Hello and welcome to the third episode of the Stitch Your Own Adventure podcast. My name is Erica and I am just using this channel as a place to talk about my knitting, my crocheting, all the fun crafty things that I am doing, and hopefully build a little bit of community from here. So let's get into things. I guess I should start by saying I live in Minnesota. It's a beautiful day today, but I did want to wear my new shawl. I wanted to sort of have an excuse to put it on, and so this podcast seemed like a great opportunity. So this is the shawl that was a finished object in the last episode. It's called the Raina by Nora Backlund, and in the last episode it was done. I just hadn't blocked it, and now I have blocked it, although apparently I have not snipped one of the ends. Oops. But yeah, I think it looks really nice. I'm actually really proud of this one. I think this is kind of my first successful shawl that I think I will actually wear out and about. I'm gonna wear over my shoulders over I'm wearing a romper today, but I feel all fancy. So yeah, I'm really pleased with it. So yes, this is what I'm wearing today. I do have a couple finished things. It's only been a week since my last episode, and it was a busy week, so I didn't get a ton of knitting, crocheting in, but I do have a couple finished things. So first of all, last week I showed you Ben's old blanket that he's had since he was really little that is just not in great shape. So last time I held it up, it had several large holes. I mean large. Luckily it's a granny square blanket and they were all right on the seams. I mean there are other places that are a little worn through as well, but I'm just not worrying about those. But look at it now. Here, I'll hold it up. Dun, 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 dun. There are no holes. Yay! I'm not the best at sewing and seaming, but I mean, anything was better than giant holes. So I did use the contrast color that Ben chose, and here's, you can kind of see that teal showing through right there. So from here to here, that was one of the holes. I just did a mattress stitch. Nothing crazy. Let me see if I can find another one, because there were some really long ones. There's one that goes all the way from about here, pretty much down to the bottom. Let's see. Well, this is hard to show, but yeah, all the way from where I'm holding up here, all the way down. Just barely see it. So I think that means I did a good job if you cannot see it very well, right? So yes, so that's exciting. It feels good to have that done. I've been telling him I was gonna do it for a while, and it's just nice that it no longer has holes big enough that you can fit your whole head and shoulders through. I'll fold this up later. All right, so then my other finished object is an amigurumi. I'd shown it the last couple times in all the pieces, but I did finally sit down yesterday, took a couple hours, did all the polyfill stuffing and sewed it together, and here is the final result. So it's got these little string of pearl cactus, I think it's called a barrel cactus, prickly pear, some type of fingers. I want to say lady fingers, but isn't that a type of cookie that you put in tiramisu? I don't know. Maybe it's both. But yeah, so these two, this guy and this guy, have little faces, and it's really cute. I'm really excited to give it to my coworker. I have made this pattern before. It's from the book Whimsical Stitches by Espy. Here, let me hold it up really quick. It's a really lovely book, really fun patterns, but I think this time if I could have, or if I do it again, something I will try to remember is to not overstuff this one. I think I made him a little heavy and he keeps wanting to like kind of lean back. So I'm trying to get him to prop up, but hopefully the person who receives this as a gift, hopefully she will find it charming rather than annoying that he's kind of like over to the side. But yeah, I think it just turned out really cute. It's kind of big. It's like next to my head. It's definitely a, you know, it's not like a tiny knickknack. It's like you're committing to putting this on a desk or shelf or coffee table. But she requested it, so I don't think I'm out of bounds gifting this. So yeah, I think it turned out really nicely, really fun. It's always so magical to see the amigurumi come together, because you do make all the tiny pieces separately and then you're like, oh, okay, I guess this will turn into something, and then it does, and it's magic. Yes, so this is a little cactus planter that I have finished, and I am happy that I've finished it because it's been sitting around in pieces for like kind of a long time. All right, so that's all that I have finished today. Not a ton. I do have a couple whips. I was thinking about it this morning and I was like, I swear I have more, but I can't think of them, so maybe I don't, which is nice. I mean, hey, that's great. I have things under control. That's always a good thing. So I do have, again from last time, a carryover. I've got this pair of socks in Patton's Croy that I am making for Ben. Look how long it is. So for him, I make his socks 64 stitches around. I make his leg 70 stitches, and then his foot I do measure based on his shoe size, and then I also have him try it on, and if I have to tack on a few stitches, then I do, or not stitches, rows, then I do. I am so close to finishing this one. I've got like one row and then the Kitchener. This is, however, only the first sock, so almost halfway, and then it will be done. But look how long this foot is. It's so long. Oh well. Takes a little while to make gift socks for men's size feet. It just shows the commitment. Look at how important and special this gift is. We made a foot that's so long. But yeah, this is made from Patton's Croy sock yarn in the color gray brown marl, but it has this nice red, which I really like. I think it's a really nice looking sock. It also feels really nice. It's like really, it feels thicker than some of the other sock yarn I use. It's just like, it's funny because it's, you know, it's just like a big box brand, you know? Or I think of Patton's as that. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it just, I don't know, it feels like it'll make a nice luxurious like winter sock. So I'm very pleased with it. On to the next one. Hopefully by next week or next video I'll have a good chunk of the second sock done, but we'll see. These come in 50-gram skeins, and I am coming to the end. Like I definitely, you know, a sock this big uses more than a sock for my size foot, so it definitely has used a good amount of the 50-gram skeins, and I'm very glad that I have two of them, one for each sock. Yeah, so that is my sock project. Then I have my current garment project. I also showed this last time and I had just started, and actually I ended up having to start over because I did something kind of silly. I was just not paying attention. I was only a couple rows in and I must have like flipped it inside out, and then I started knitting, and so I like looped back around the opposite direction. And I got to that point and I was like, where is this yarn going? Like, why is there this weird loop? Like, I tried to like, yeah, it was just a silly mistake. But starting over, it was no big deal. I was only a couple rows in. And now I'm a good chunk of the way through it. So this is and I'm gonna mix up the order, Summer Secret Crop? Or is it Secret Summer Crop? Which part is secret, the summer or the crop? I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's Summer Secret Crop. I'm like looking at my notes, but I don't trust that I wrote it down right either. So, but yes, so it is a nice little like square neck crop top from Jessie Made Designs, and I am making it using Knit Picks Stroll Fingering in the colorway Hummingbird. It's this nice teal. It's got a little bit of like stripy color pooling, but I really don't mind as long as it doesn't look like camo. It might look a little like camo. It's just not really my style, but I'm not too worried about it. But yes, so this is it. I have bound off the back. So right now I have a tube and part sticking up to cover your front. I don't think I have very much left to go on this, to be honest. I think I've got like a few more rows going up, and then I think I have the straps. And I have never done the technique that they use for the straps. Like, I've never done an I-cord or any kind of straps actually in knitting, so I'm excited to try it. That'll be my adventure hopefully this coming week. And yeah, I also haven't tried it on in a little while. I tried it on when I was like, I don't know, I want to say like 5 inches in, just to make sure it was fitting around me. And it was, but I couldn't tell if it was maybe too loose. But also, I would be shocked if it was too loose because my gauge was like way off. Like, I had way more stitches in 4 inches than the gauge required. So I went up a size. But even with that, I don't know if it's, I don't know. I have a really hard time judging sizes, especially for things that are supposed to be 0-E's. I just don't know. Hello, I'm back. Another technical difficulty. Anyway, this is the Secret Summer Crop by Jessie Made Designs, and I'm hoping it will be done next time for everyone to see, and I'm hoping even more that it fits. So, fingers crossed for me. If you've ever made this pattern, yeah, comment below. Let me know. Let me know how it went for you. I'm curious. I know tons of people have made it, and it's such a nice, quick pattern. Doesn't take a ton of yarn. So, yeah, I'd be curious to see how yours was. All right, so those are the only works in progress that I have. I do have plans. I would like to start another shawl. This is like a nice light summery one, and I think I want a cozier fall winter one, and I do have a ton of yarn from like various sales at big box stores from when I was first getting into knitting and crocheting, like really into it. So I think I'm going to use this Shawl in a Ball line brand. It's in the color Feng Shui Gray. I think it goes sort of from this like white all the way to like pretty close to black or very, very dark gray. So yeah, this claims that it is enough to make a shawl out of, so we'll see what I can get out of this. I'm curious. The picture on the front does look like it's a shawl that has like a very loose gauge, like lots of pretty big holes, if you will. So we'll see. We'll see. I'll try to find a nice pattern, hopefully something just simple, but it is soft. It's not like fancy yarn or anything. Yeah, it's made of 58% cotton, 39% acrylic, 3% other. I wonder what the other is. Fascinating. Anyway, more to come with this. I think this will be my next cast on, so yay. I guess it's kind of funny when I hold it up now, I'm like, oh, maybe I have a theme with my kind of colors, these lighter creams and grays. Oh well, they look good on other, like over other things, right? Neutrals, the magic of neutrals. Anyway, that is all of my knitting. I do want to have a little like fangirl section, like I mentioned last time, for other podcasts that I'm enjoying. So I do want to shout out the Knitting Pickle podcast by Laura of Penrose Knits. She lives in the UK and she can knit. She also is just like a prolific knitter. Like she can knit so much, and she is a designer. She's got some really incredible designs. I'm so impressed that she just like picked up a podcast, picked up designing, and is just like, I don't know. She's put out so many patterns already. She's got so many more plans for designs, and her podcast is just so enjoyable. Like she is just so personable and really funny. Like I don't remember what she said in her last episode. She had an episode that came out really recently, and I actually laughed out loud. Like it just cracked me up. Oh, maybe she was talking about a book series, and she made a comment about one of the characters, and I was like, oh, I've read that series too, and it just made me laugh. But yeah, she's really lovely, so I would really recommend checking out her channel. I'm a big fan. So with that, we've come to sort of the end of my content, but I would really love to know what you guys are all working on. So if you want to put that in the comment below, I'd love to see it and sort of develop that interaction. I'm really excited that anyone has found my channel. I don't have much social media presence sort of at all. So doing this podcast is a bit of a shot in the dark, but I'm just so like honored that some people have taken time out of their day to watch me talk about my knitting, and hopefully are getting some joy from it. That's the goal. The goal is that it's fun for me, and it's a way that I can log my knitting, but also that it's fun for someone else, and that we can connect on that. So yes, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to like. If you enjoyed, if you want to come back for more, feel free to subscribe, and I hope that you are just having a wonderful day and are enjoying all the projects that you're working on. So with that, have a wonderful, wonderful week, and I will see you next time. Bye.